up a dive. Feel the vibe, get ready to ignite. Untold stories in the airways, flying through the night. Experience voices, tales so bold. Streaming live, the truth unfolds. Untold Radio Network, where secrets come alive. New episodes daily, the mysteries thrive. Great guests, super chat, so I remember I share and subscribe. Join the side where truth can't hide. Aliens in the attic, UFOs in the sky. Cryptids lurking, oh my, oh my. Ghosts in the hallway, whispering your name. The paranormal, the unexplained. Become a VIP, get the inside scoop. Unlock the mysteries, be part of the group. Live streaming stories, they're talking to you. Super chats buzzing, join the crew. Untold Radio Network, where secrets come alive. New episodes daily, the mysteries thrive. Great guests, super chat, it's a wild member ride. Share and subscribe, join the side where truth can hide. So if you've got the guts and you want to explore, tune into the Untold, it's what you're looking for. From aliens to ghosts and all that's unseen. Untold Radio Network, where the world's mysteries convene.
Hello, everyone. We are live here on Turkey Day. That's right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your Thanksgiving with myself and soon to be my mom here. Because when you're celebrating Thanksgiving, what else should you be thankful for than family? So we are going to have Ma here joining us in just a second. I usually do the where we're going to be and stuff. We're going to get to that in just a second. But to introduce my ma, we actually go on the road and do presentation together as a family. And this is that presentation. So she'll be joining us in just a minute. I'm Barnaby.
I'm Ma.
Barnaby and Ma are not your normal family. In fact, their family photo album is quite different than most. Together they have done and seen a lot of strange things. They both learned business from working and selling at craft sales and flea markets, and even running a few. They have travelled across the US to every zoo they could find, but that's still pretty typical for some people. You could not ask for a more supporting parent. Barnaby spent 10 years as a professional wrestler, and Ma came along to support her son from behind the camera. Then, in 2012, when Barnaby traded the wrestling ring for makeup and scary props to open Misery Haunted House, Ma traded her camera for a hard hat and got to work. So it should come as no surprise that when Barnaby took his interest in the paranormal to the next level, Ma was one of the founding members of Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society. Together, they have travelled across the United States in search of the weird, the bizarre, the furry and the spooky, and now they are here to share some of those stories with you. From ghosts to Bigfoot, aliens, shadow people, clowns and the unexplained? Strap in because you're in for a wild ride.
And we are here, guys. We are back. That was some movie magic there. We have a green screen curtain, and anyway,
Having a problem.
that was fun. Please welcome Ma to the show.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm here.
Awesome. So, like I said, what better way to celebrate Thanksgiving than with the paranormal family? And Ma has been doing paranormal and stuff for longer than I've been around, and has had quite a few paranormal experiences on the CAPS team and before that, as well as actually seen a Bigfoot twice. So we're going to get into all that. But before that, if you guys want to meet us in person, you can come out to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, November 30th. That is this Saturday. We are going to be at the Soul and Synergy Expo. We are also bringing out the Haydn Adventure Traveling Exhibit. So you can come out and check that out and hang out with both me, Ma, Ellie Weisensell from the CAPS team, Angela Zabel, who has been a guest on the show, as well as a guest on the CAPS productions as well. And I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Christina Bloom is also going to be there for you guys that have seen her. And she will be on our tonight's presentation as well on the CAPS channel, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Coming up this Sunday, we are going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Krampus Fest. That's right, guys, in the brewery district of Milwaukee. It's all things Krampus. It's a huge event, a lot of vendors, a lot of presentations and stuff. It's going to be really cool. Come out and check that out. And then coming up next year, February 9th, we're going to be in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and we are going to be at Midwest Paracon, Meta Paracon. Yeah, there we go. And then in May, we are going to be at the Cryptids, Anomalies, and Paranormal Convention. And right now, guys, if you purchase your tickets in advance for this, head on over to wisconsincaps.com or Cryptids, Anomalies, and Paranormal Convention on Facebook. You can purchase your tickets in advance for just $30 instead of $40 at the door. You can also get a virtual ticket, and you can come out no matter where you are in the world. You can watch the convention live and all of our great speakers. We are going to be announcing some more speakers coming up soon. But if you buy your tickets before December 16th, you will be entered to win a set of 3 Mothman, Flatwoods Monster, and Bigfoot from Northwoods Bricks. They're little, like, similar to Lego sets, and they're really cool. We got them for sale at our booth, and they're also a sponsor of the convention. So make sure that if you want to win those along with your tickets, head on over to wisconsincaps.com, click on the CapCon link, and you can check that out. There you go. That's all I got. A lot of people, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you for joining us live today and spending part of your Thanksgiving with us here at Untold Radio Network. So,
Mobile version.
The mobile version, that's right. We are sitting in Ma's living room right now, and so we are fully set up here.
Turkey's in the oven.
Turkey's in the oven. There you go. So, let's start off, and you're a member of the CAPS team, obviously, as the intro said, a founding member, and been with me. Wow, let's see, a long time. We're not going to get into that.
Almost as long as you've been here.
Almost.
Almost.
Was that the test tube or something prior to that? Yeah. So what?
And beyond.
Yeah. Before that, where did you get started in all this? Because you were doing paranormal and stuff. Had some experiences that before I was born.
We always said our house was haunted. So, we just blame things that happened on something. So, yeah. Sorry. My brain's not working. Doesn't anymore.
Now you all see where I get it from. You see this now? Yeah. It's too early in the morning. Can't think.
Early in the morning.
It's too late at night.
It's noon. I don't know. My brother, unbeknownst to me until I was probably around 12, used to dabble in Ouija board. he met a little old lady who also dabbled in Ouija boards, and they would get together and do things. And he bought a Ouija board for my other brothers and I, and told us never to play with it. So I don't know why. I mean, maybe it was his Ouija board. I don't know. It just was always in the house. And of course, my he's older than I am, but he's my youngest brother. I have 4 brothers. And, we'd get it out and play with it, but it never did anything for me. So I don't know. Probably brought in all the spirits that, were around later. But, yeah. So I after getting into all this, I think back to when I was young, and I had a lot of dreams about giants and skeletons. And I don't really like either one. And then learning about how there were giants in the past, supposedly, that they dig up skeletons and stuff. Skeletons of giants. I don't know. That just kind of creeps me out when I think back to it. So I didn't like it then. I don't really like it now. So I don't know. But we did a lot of investigating at the haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
So then that turned into caps.
Eventually, yeah. So I used to own Misery Haunted House, and Ma and Derek both were I was gonna say
Lovely
researchers
picture.
there. Yeah, here we go. This is
Lovely
Ma
picture.
at Misery Haunted House. This was the last season that we were open in Berlin,
It
Wisconsin.
looks so much like my mother.
At the Berlin
Terrible.
Tannery. And this was her last character. She would have people come into the room and then take their family photo. And as she was taking the photo, there was a air blasters behind the couch that would blast them and scare the crap out of these people sitting on the couch. And you'd get some really cool pictures for the Facebook and stuff, and they could go on there and check them out. But we had a lot of haunted stuff happen at the tannery there. You want to talk about that?
When we were there working,
yeah.
not so much during the show. Everybody else had experiences during the shows, but just working there, I'd be trying to build walls and plug in a tool, and then I'd walk, because it was a long way to the plug. I'd plug it in, walk all the way over and start to use the drill, and then it'd be unplugged. And I'd go back, and it's not pulling the plug out or anything. It's just something was in the other room, and would keep unplugging it. And I'd finally get ticked off at it and just go, forget it, I'll do something else. And then I'd go paint or something. So, and that usually would happen when Barnaby would have to run to the hardware store or something, and they'd leave me there alone. So then I was just there by myself. You'd hear walking outside the
fire hallways.
Yeah, the fire hallways. It kind of crunched in the gravelly sound in the hallway, and upstairs there was the creaking of the floors and all kinds of other stuff up there. A lot of shadow people just peeking out around walls. Nobody did anything, nothing to hurt anybody. I don't think. Maybe not me anyway.
Just the stuff in the pet shop.
Yeah, it's mostly in the pet shop. But then there's the turkey.
Here you go. Here's a question for you. So when you played with the Ouija board, was this prior to the satanic panic of the 70s and 80s, or during that time?
Probably during that time. Probably, early 70s, really early, because we were pretty young. I'm trying to think how old my brother would be. He'd be about 12. So yeah, it was probably right around 70. So
12 years old playing with a Ouija board.
Yeah, we were dumb. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know, I didn't know what we were doing. My brother's just like, here, come here and put your hands here and do this, and then he'd push it around. As far as I knew, he was pushing it around to make it say things. I don't think it ever, did any, I don't know. It's, but my other brother, my older brother, that was really into it, he would, he'd always tell me, don't do this, unless you know what you're doing. And I didn't know what I was doing. So I don't know, but he was really into it. And actually his daughter is psychic, but she
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
want to develop it anywhere. She doesn't want to see people. She's seen a couple ghosts, full apparitions. And yeah, she doesn't. When we were at the haunted house at Misery, she would come through. I think she came through once or twice, and she knew there was stuff there, but she didn't want to tell us about it. She didn't want to open up to it. So, but yeah.
Interesting. So tonight, anybody that's watching Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, we have a special Caps road trip pit stop episode that's debuting in time for Thanksgiving here. And in that episode, you guys can check out about this haunted turkey decoy. And that all started from the.
You want to see him? He's out in the
garage.
garage.
We should have brought him in here.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
No, I don't want him in my house.
Yeah. Why don't we want him in the house? Without getting into the newer stuff, talk about the Misery Haunted House stuff.
I don't know. He's not happy. Yeah, I don't know if he likes it in the garage or not. He also didn't like his name, but that's because what he did at the haunted house.
Yeah.
We were working there, you, me, and somebody else. I don't know. We're working in the pet shop and trying to figure out what we were going to set up and do for Christmas, I think. And there's this cage. I don't know what kind of cage that was. It was on legs.
Bird cage. Yeah.
Like 3 feet high. And then the cage, or the legs were like 3 feet high. And then the cage on top of that. And he was in the cage because he was a bird. So, so he's just sitting there I think it was between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden he jumped and like lunged forward in the cage. And we all just kind of went, did you see that? And yeah. I don't, we didn't know if it was the cage. I think I don't know. After everything else, I don't know if it was the cage or if it was him. But we got rid of the cage at the end of the haunted house, but I brought him home and he's been in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably, I don't know, we've done a live episode.
Yeah, if you watch back to
there.
the live Halloween special, the very first one we did in her garage here, he was on camera there. And
called
we
the
talked about
Behemoth Arena or something.
Yep. But
Das Behemoth Arena.
we recently went on a road trip to Minnesota to speak at one of the Soul and Synergy events. And it was a 2-day convention. And we were doing the presentation that we do together that you just saw the intro for. And she decided to bring the turkey along. And what you get to watch tonight is what happened on this road trip. So I won't spoil it for you. It comes out tonight. I think at 6:00 on YouTube. It premieres, and you can watch all the chaos that ensues from the turkey decoy being brought on the road with us. Yeah, so that was fun.
And we had him checked out.
Yes, we did.
But didn't gain much. And he did move once in my garage. I went out there, he was always way up on a shelf on one side of the garage, but for the episode we did, we brought him over to the other side, closer to where I work out there. And then he's been sitting there, and he did move once when he was over there from a time that I had left the garage and came back. He just had moved over a little bit, but now he's up on a different shelf, and I try and be nice to him because he wasn't nice to us, but I try and be nicer to him.
Yeah,
when I talk to him, but so far he's been up there and he hasn't moved, but I don't know.
You got to watch it tonight.
It's a lot of strange noises in my garage.
If he's not haunted, it's definitely a lot of synchronicities that happen with this turkey. And it was so much that we started, we run dash camera and stuff, and we record booth video and stuff, and we tape all the convention or the presentations and stuff that we do. And so we had a lot of footage from this, and we put it all together, and that's what you get to see tonight in this special turkey episode. But you also had one other thing that I know of that happened at the haunt, or after the haunt here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta tee her up really, really good to get her to go, and then she runs pretty good.
Yep.
She does not do shows on a weekly basis. So
No,
there you
I
go.
don't. Okay, so after working at the haunt, I don't know when it was during there, because things happen and you should really write them down when they happen so that you can check things out in that. But we weren't CAPS team then. So I was home, I was sleeping, I woke up in the morning, I couldn't move, which is sleep paralysis. I've never had that before. I couldn't move, I couldn't speak. I looked down the foot end of my bed and to the left, and in that corner was a figure, a shadow person that was, it looked like a teenager in a hoodie, but all black. And, I tried to say something because at that point I had heard about shadow people and kind of knew, things that they did and stuff, but didn't really, research it or anything. And it came and flew, I guess, I don't know, up over my bed. So it was like laying above me and I'm laying there on my back, and it stayed there for probably 3 or 4 seconds. It wasn't long, but it was enough, to like, I don't want to swear, but not that I can't. I just don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to. It stayed there for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then I tried to yell at it. I tried to yell no, and then it just backed off again and then went out to the right, which is the bedroom doorway. So I don't know what it was. And I don't take it as it was trying to hurt me or anything. I take it more as pay attention to what's going on in your life. Not I'm here to kill you or whatever. It was just wake up, pay attention. And then I could move after that. And then I kind of did the thing where you go, in the name of so-and-so, you're not welcome in my house, and, get out of here and don't come back. So
that's kind of unique because a lot of people that talk about these shadow creatures and whatever see like the Hat Man or something, but yours is a hoodie.
Nope. It was just like the outline of a teenager in a hoodie. I guess that's what I see in my yard. So, it just came in the house. Maybe it was real. I don't know.
If you hear any
fly.
loud noises or anything, we're right on a main highway, busy street out here with a lot of car crashes and things that are going on, and we can watch it through
ambulances,
the window
fire
in
trucks.
front of us here. And
Main drag.
I apologize if there's a lot of loud noises or anything throughout the show here, but so far it's been pretty quiet out there. Not much Thanksgiving-y goodness going on, but we are live. If you have any questions and comments, thank you again. Thank you for taking the comment. You're welcome. It's cool that, you got interested in stuff before In Search of with Leonard Nimoy. That's always cool because a lot of the
Yeah, my brother used to watch those shows, but I never really did. I just, they were on.
You spend a lot more time reading.
Yeah. But not anything important.
Okay, so we go to conventions and stuff, and you can see right over here there's what is it? Time Traveler? Is that
that's Nick Redfern.
Nick Redfern. Yep.
I started that, but I didn't finish it.
Yeah. So we go to a lot of conventions and stuff, and we pick up a lot of the books and stuff that a lot of the other researchers have written, and she gets them first and reads them all. So
yeah, I started too many at one time here, because then I was reading a book about Merlin and King Arthur.
Hang on. I don't know if you guys will hear this, but
no, good.
Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Not there. Here. And now it's time for Ma's Book Corner.
That's a long time ago.
Hopefully you guys all heard that. Yeah. Because we used to do Whispers from the Dark, my other podcast, and she had a segment on there called Ma's Book Corner. So I don't know if that went through. It's on my little pod pad here. But so what are you reading now?
Well, now I'm reading Michael Crichton's what is it? Andromeda Strain.
Okay.
So I read all Michael Crichton books. They're really good. But once in a while, I got to take a break and read that, even though, I learned stuff from that too. But I think the last one I read was Mike Ricksacker's, I don't know what it's called, but it's his Shadow People book. And that was good. I learned there's a lot of time travel, he explains things really well. So that was good. Because of my shadow person, I wanted to read that for a long time, but I didn't have it. Barnaby had it. So I have to go shopping at his house.
That's right. She shops our library in the Cap's office.
I don't know if I have any more of your books here. I have a lot of Chad Lewis. That other whole pile over there is Chad Lewis.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that's all his.
The microphone is blocking
all his road guides.
Oh, you're very.
And I read a little bit of those at a time, so I can't see. I don't know what the bottom one is.
It's facing the wrong way. Yeah,
I know.
You're very popular here. Oops, not this one.
That's too bad.
There's no filter on this one at all.
No.
Does your mom do book reviews on YouTube? No, she did a lot of like the Moz Book Corner. She did on Whispers from the Dark. So if you go and watch my the Caps podcast, you can still find that. We aren't doing it currently, but we did several, I think 100 episodes of that. And she does, whenever she's on, she does Moz Book Corner, and you can listen to some of the books that she was reading. All right, so Moz book recommendations. Do you have who do you suggest reading books by?
Ken Gerhard, Nick Redfern, if you can take conspiracy stuff and a lot of technical stuff. Chad Lewis, because they're fun. Except I'm waiting for that one, and he knows it. So let's see, who else do I read? Mike Ricksacker was good. I'd read his next one, but I haven't got it. Yeah. Who else have I read?
Linda Godfrey.
Lyle Blackburn's. Yeah, Linda Godfrey's. I've read all of those. And he has a book. I've watched his DVD. I don't know that he had a book.
3 books. Adam Davies. Yeah, we
does?
have them all. Yeah, we have all 3 Adam Davies books.
Not we. This is
I have them all. I also have a lot of Weatherly's
I've
books. You haven't read those yet.
Chitan Noirs. I've read some of hers. I've read Mary Sutherland.
Linda Godfrey.
You said that already.
Oh, well, you didn't
See,
acknowledge
then you
me.
talk about me. I don't know. I know I've read other ones
Meldrum?
that aren't. Oh yeah, the encyclopedia books by Meldrum.
Yes.
You haven't given me Russell Accord or Ronnie's LeBlanc.
Oh, I've read Ronnie's.
Yeah. You don't read. You
No,
listen.
no, I read Ronnie's because it's
Okay.
not on audiobook. So I have read Ronnie's book.
Okay.
I do audiobooks and that instead of reading. But I also read Ken Gerhard's book. Read it.
Book.
I've
read almost all of his books.
His book. I've read one of his books.
I like his flying dinosaur one. That was good. Well, they're all good, but
I can answer this for you, but recommendation for you. Have you read The Fright Before Christmas, Surviving Krampus and Other Yuletide Monsters, Witches, and Ghosts by Jeff Belanger, 2023?
No.
I don't know if we have any Jeff Belanger books.
No. I've seen him, but then I don't know.
Yeah, we've met him several times.
He was across from us at one sale or convention, and I didn't get over there. And I've tried to buy other people's books, but they don't have those certain books that I want.
Who's the guy you keep trying to buy from?
The Hawaiian shirt guy. He used to be a cop. Well, they all used to be cops. Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Okay.
He's on there somewhere.
Very scary, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, well, I'll see.
Yeah, that's a lot of Krampus and stuff, but Chad Lewis's
Yuletide, whatever.
Winter lore.
Yeah. He's
Winter
gonna
legends.
He's going to be in Little Shoot next week talking about his winter lore. I just read that yesterday.
There you go. So
he's got to come into the podcast because
he was on
Chad.
The Christmas
Chad and the Hodags.
Yes. We had a very exciting weekend at the Hodag convention, at the Cryptid Con, where the Hodag guys from Wisconsin here set off the fire alarms with their smoke machine, and Nobody ran. Nobody went
Nobody
outside.
left.
Nobody even cared. That was a
Nope.
good time.
No.
Head on over to thehodagstore.com and you can literally watch the video of them setting it off. It's really good. It even has music accompaniment
Yeah, they made
to
a
it.
song for it.
It's very worth your time. hodagstore.com.
And as soon as it happened, I turned around and went, I bet the Hodags did that. And it's just blaring, fire alarm.
Maybe you could ask Jeff Belanger to be on your stream. He was interviewed by David Scott on this. I think, hang on.
Belanger.
I want to say Belanger is
he
coming
the one that's
on
with
my
Dave
show.
Schrader at times at conventions we were at.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I get him mixed up with the other guy. The Hawaiian shirt
Greg
guy.
Lawson. I'm sorry.
Greg Lawson.
And he's the guy that
Greg
you want.
Lawson is the Hawaiian
Greg
shirt
Lawson
guy.
is coming on.
Yes, I wanted his
Jeff
books,
Belanger
but
is
he
not
didn't
yet,
have.
so there
He
you go.
didn't have the book I wanted along.
There you go. Greg Lawson. I knew
Yep.
it because I just talked to him. But yeah, he's going to be on the show coming up.
Oh, sure.
I think in January or something. So he's a little bit farther out, but I schedule all the shows about a month out. So I know all the guests coming up, hopefully. So we'll get Belanger on. So we promised that we would talk about, you have seen, I know this is paranormal, but you guys, if you still have questions, feel free to get them on. Before I forget, have you had,
There you go.
no, not had the tinfoil hat guys on. Just another tinfoil hat on your stream.
There's a bunch of tinfoil hat guys.
Awesome.
Is that what they're actually called?
The tinfoil hat has its own podcast. I can't think of
What's the
Tinfoil
tinfoil one that?
Tales.
Yeah,
tinfoil
tinfoil
tales.
was just at
Something like that,
CryptidCon.
yeah.
There was tinfoil guys, and then there's the other Cryptids of the Corn.
Cryptids of the Corn have tinfoil
Yeah,
hats too. Yeah.
tinfoil hats. too.
She gets very off sidetracked.
Sorry. There's no written agenda here. So.
There is though. Yeah, it's just not on your agenda. But yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to throw them in. She'll get distracted and talk about whatever you want. But yeah, she does a lot of the research for the team. She's like a cat, just stares off into space.
No,
Sometimes
I keep
it's okay.
pulling my cord from this headphones. Okay. I don't like this picture. It has my car in it.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that. So people always ask you at the convention, or ask me at the convention, one of a few things. And one of the questions I get asked the most is, have I ever seen a Bigfoot? And I always turn and look at her because you have.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
We were up at the Hide and Adventure, and Craig and I always sit out in the field at night while Barnaby goes and walks the property usually with somebody, and they kind of stirred up the creatures, whatever they are, and then Craig and I just document what happens around us, and then at the end, then we come back together and discuss what they found while they're walking versus what we found there at the field. So we're sitting in the field by the carport, and Barnaby and was it Ethan that night? Yeah.
That was Ethan, yeah.
And they walked back. They go way to the back of the property, and then they come forward. And then either behind them comes whatever. And then we heard them walk through the woods to our right. And then you hear crunching on the roadway. And then I just turned around and looked. In the field, there are the posts with the signs for Craig's tour of the Hide and Adventure. And I can see, it's not totally pitch black up there. So I can see the posts that are out in the field. And I'm used to looking to my left and seeing the one post there. And then I usually turn around through the carport, and I can see the other post back there that had finding Bigfoot's
cliff stuff.
Information on it. And the one time I turned and I could not see the post anymore, and there was a big figure. I'm watching people go by my house. Sorry, I get distracted. I saw a big figure at the end of the carport that had to be taller than 6'3". And as I looked, its arm was going That's the right arm. Okay. Up in the air. And it was already up halfway and it was going up higher. And I thought it was going to take and hit the carport to make noise, because the other things, other times up there, they've had creatures come up and bang the garbage can or something behind them. So I turned back thinking I'm going to hear a bang, and I didn't hear anything. And when I looked back, it was gone. But it took up most of the end of the carport. In this picture, you can see Craig back there. I can't point at it, but it was a lot bigger than Craig, because I actually couldn't see the top of its head. I couldn't see a face or anything. It was just an outline. But it went up to the top of the carport. And Craig is standing on, what is that, 8-inch, like a railroad tie or more, 10 inches. So he's 6'3", so that's another 8 inches. Plus, it was bigger than him. It was probably like 2-3 times as big as him over there. But yeah, it was big. It was hairy. I could see hair like hanging down from its arm, by its elbow, or by, like Craig's elbow there. I don't know. And then it was gone again.
Yeah, we have like security cameras run out in the field, and we had just investigated the Lee Hampel's hayfield, and Lee Hampel's hayfield in southern Wisconsin there killed one of our security cameras. And we didn't know this yet, but that's the one that was aimed at where that creature would have been. So its night vision didn't work. So that was really coincidental there, really upsetting us. And aimed at them, in front of them, is our camera sets, like just our video and audio stuff that we use to document, what they see and their reactions and stuff. And you can see her react, but the IR light from that camera only gets about to like almost the front of the carport. So you can't even see the carport in the back. It's too dark back there. So anything that we would have got video wise was just sabotaged.
I was trying to see the pole, but I don't see the
yeah,
pole.
You can't
Craig.
see. It would be.
No, it's not there.
It would be like back here behind the car.
Oh.
But yeah. Yeah, it had to be like right here. You don't even see the base of it though.
Yeah, that's.
It's got to be right behind you.
There.
I don't think so. It's right when you come out of here. For the Hide and Adventure, this is where you go back to where the trail camera picture. Hide and Adventure was a property in Upper Michigan, just outside of Marinette, and Craig, the guy in this photo here, captured a series of 3 game camera photos that were featured on the Super Youper episode of Finding Hayden, and
Finding Bigfoot.
Finding Bigfoot. Yep, sorry, and ever since then, people wanted to see the pictures, see the evidence and stuff, and they opened up the property to let people come out and see that. In 2021, Craig unfortunately passed away, so this is not open anymore. But we do we have a whole traveling exhibit that documents this all, and of course, we also have the Finding Hayden, or Bigfoot is Hayden book that's available on Amazon or the Wisconsin Caps website. So if you're interested in that, it documents 10 years. It talks about this incident and so much more. So if you're interested in that, check it out on Amazon. Bigfoot is Hayden, co-authored by Craig Sulk, myself, Barb Sulk, and Ma. So there you go. Anyway, that's my little commercial for that, because, Christmas is coming and, got to shamelessly self-promote, because that's what the podcast is for, I suppose. But that's not the only time that you have seen one of these creatures.
Nope.
Yeah. So let's start here, because this is interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. So we were on our way down to Kentucky, Tennessee. We'll leave it at that. And we won charity auction and had the amazing opportunity to go out and Bigfoot with none other than the Turtle Man from Animal
Planet.
Call of the Wild Man. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Okay. You want to talk
I didn't
about
thought you were going to keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We spent like 15 hours with him and his wife in the woods, tracking and learning all kinds of stuff. And then these were casts that he has casted, whatever. And they don't look that big here, but I think the one I'm holding was the bigger one. And that one is actually like 24 inches. And the other one I think was 20 or something. I don't know, but they're really big. Anyway, what was I talking about?
How big the footprints are.
Yeah, the big footprints. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but this happened before we went to meet them.
Correct. Yes.
We were in Kentucky, and it's really strange down there. But we had went to Portal 31 and investigated, or we were going to Portal 31 that day, and we had pulled into their parking lot, and we're
right away in the morning.
Yeah.
This was like,
so the trail cam, the dash cam had turned off.
Just.
Yeah. And Barnaby was in the back end of his car, digging for cameras and stuff to get ready for the day. And I was standing alongside his car, and I looked up, and there's nobody, there's a little bitty coffee shop across the street, and people were going there to get coffee or whatever. But I looked up down towards the coal chute or whatever. It goes across the street. Yeah. And I just saw something big and black, all black, head to toe. No hat, no clothes, nothing. Just walk across the street. Took like 4 steps, swung the arms like a typical, what everybody says a Bigfoot looks like, walking across. But I just thought, oh, it's just somebody crossing the street. But then my mind is like, it's all black. It's, no clothes. And so then I tried to look where it went and see if it came down the street, like to the coffee shop or away from the coffee shop, because on the right side of the road, it's all woods, and it's actually, there was some kind of trail back there or something. And I couldn't find anything walking. So I just went, was that a Bigfoot? And he's still digging in the back of the car, not paying any attention to me, so, it kind of got away. And on the other side of the street is, it's kind of in there, but it's actually a river goes through there.
There's this kind of between these gray things right here is water.
Yeah. So it would have to cross the street, jump that river, which is probably 20
15,
feet wide.
10, 15.
Yeah.
It wasn't that wide.
Well, I don't know if they can jump it, but anyway, jump that. And then there's more woods on the other side, and this big abandoned building, which is kind of creepy, because we did walk back there and look. And there was noise inside that building when we went back there, but we didn't venture into it because, it's a weird area down there, and it's like, oh, it's a walking trail, or actually it was a bike trail back there. Everything is bikes down there. And it's like, do we belong here? Should we be back here? And it's kind of creepy. But we did go, he did reenact it. Barnaby went down there, and the thing was a lot bigger than Barnaby. And when we went and he reenacted it, he did find a footprint on the right side of the road. So the opposite side of that picture. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird. There's only one place that it could have crossed here, and this is a bad picture to show that, but there's like a little bridge that crosses kind of over here.
That wasn't safe.
But you can see how vast this goes back here. Like, this is a power line cut. You can see it goes up quite a ways up here into the mountains, or the hills of Kentucky, and it is thick.
Mm-hmm.
They have what they call kudzu down there, and it hangs on everything. And just to see anything into this woods, the forest there was just insane. So whatever was over there, I mean, this thing could be right inside this building for all we knew, because this is kind of where it went when it walked over there. But we're from Wisconsin, and we don't have, for the most part, we don't have stuff like this in our area. We don't have like dilapidated buildings, condemned spots, just abandoned stuff. It's all fenced off, barricaded. You don't go in it, you get arrested. Well, down in Kentucky, we were talking to the guy from Portal 31, and he goes, "Oh yeah, just go in there. We don't care."
Mhm.
Even the mayor of the city came out to meet us while we were down there, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, just whatever. It's your funeral." So so this was in Lynch County, Kentucky. Our friend here was stationed at Fort Campbell in the mid-90s. Yeah, so this is Portal 31. It is in Lynch County. Where is it? It's in Benham, just outside of Benham.
It's in the other city. I can't think. Cumberland?
Cumberland. Yeah. Cumberland. It's all right there. So really cool. We did 2 episodes on this. We did the Portal 31 episode on our YouTube channel. And we talk about Portal 31, which is the haunted coal mine there. And this is what we were going down there to film. And, we pulled up early in the morning. We didn't even have breakfast yet. Everything wasn't open yet. And we were driving looking for breakfast. And we're like, oh, there's Portal 31. Let's get some scenic footage and stuff, of that. So we pulled up. I had a GoPro on the dashboard. I turned that off. Started hooking it up to put it on myself and stuff. And the dash cam turned off with the car. And then right after that is when it happened. So I've gone over that footage that we did capture to see, because we have a wide angle of the woods across from where we were, and there's nothing moving, nothing there. But it had to be there because there's a fence line. So
yeah, but the problem is from where it came from to where it went across the street, there's a big set of bleachers in the way. And that's what I was trying to look around and couldn't see where it went on the other side of the road. So I only saw it on about 3/4 of the road because I could see down there, but then the bleachers got in the way and I couldn't see any further. I keep thinking you're putting those up there.
No, then I got to pull them over here. Awesome. Well, if you guys have any other questions, if you're fans of the show, we have a watcher here from Italy. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your Thanksgiving. Well, maybe not your Thanksgiving. Do you have Thanksgiving in Italy? This is a United States thing today. So I don't know. I don't think you have Thanksgiving in Italy. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
You don't have it in
I'm not from Italy.
India.
I don't know. Yeah, Thanksgiving is a United States holiday, so I don't think. I mean, you're more than welcome to celebrate it over there, but
it's just food.
It's just it's about all this food and football, and I don't
food.
watch football, so it's a lot of food and stuff. So, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for being on with us. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? I got some other pictures here just because they were pictures from you, but
great pictures.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So we've gone all over the United States now, doing different investigations and stuff, and I drag her along with me for the stuff that we do. And we got to this is Ma in Gettysburg, so we got to go out there and check that out. What did you think of Gettysburg?
That was cool. The investigation. He was doing an Estes method, so he didn't hear it, but we had the horse, an actual horse neigh or whatever on the bridge where we were. That was pretty cool.
And there's no horses nearby.
Yeah,
this was
we
paranormal horse.
There was no horses. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But it was loud. And then besides that tree branch that fell just as I was talking to something, with the obelisk, and the tree branch broke on the one end of the bridge, and poor fisherman scared. Oh yeah, scared that poor guy. I'm sorry. You reading?
Awesome. Thank you for joining. New to the stream, make sure that you like and subscribe. I host the paranormal show that you're watching today, and I also do on Mondays on the same network. I also host an all cryptozoology one with Bigfoot and other stuff in that. So check that out. That's Monsters on the Edge every Monday. Question. We have a Dogman question here. We'll get to that in a second. But question, is there a lesser known paranormal story that you and your mom really gets your attention? Something that you hope to investigate?
A lesser known. You have to let me think.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Don't let her forget if
Yeah,
she doesn't come
I
back to
forget.
this. The dog man. So thank you so much again for watching in Italy. So the dog man, or the Beast of Bray Road here in Wisconsin, we've actually gone out to investigate that a couple times down on Lee Hampel's property. And his property backs up to Bray Road here in Wisconsin. We've also investigated some in Michigan, and one other place we actually went to follow up with a report. It's really interesting. These things, they're not really like the werewolf, the transforming stuff. Linda Godfrey is from Wisconsin here. She literally wrote almost all the books on the dog man phenomenon and all that. And in all of her books and stuff, and we've gotten a chance to talk to her on one occasion before she passed away, unfortunately, but they've never talked about them transforming. So these things are just a solid flesh and blood, usually, creature. And we haven't found too much evidence. We've gotten maybe some footprints down in southern Wisconsin there. But beyond that, we've never gotten any audio, any sightings or anything. We've talked to some people who have. But as far as like our personal encounters and stuff, so far, nothing. Yeah. But I mean, we're synonymous, this part of the country here, with the dogman sightings and the Beast of Bray Road, the Michigan dogman, and all that stuff. So we're always following up on it anytime that we get reports. This past year, I was down in southern Wisconsin following up with one that was running down a road. Followed up with that one a couple years ago. We did that one in Michigan when we were at the conference. It was right before that, and we went over there and looked into that one. But so far, nothing really that we can report on. So, but we do keep an eye on it. We do follow up, and we are working on a Dogman episode, but we can't really do much with it until we actually get something worth showing. A lot of these times, people say the shows, well, every time you go out, you get evidence, and you put these shows on or whatever, and that's a very big misconception, because we've gone looking for the Dogman probably at least 10 times, at least. Just following up with reports, or its sightings are near where we are or something. And at least, I mean, that doesn't sound like much, but we do so much stuff, our team, and that. And
here we go looking for something and we find something else.
Yeah.
It's usually what happens.
Yeah. Every time we're in southern Wisconsin, we take a road down, a ride down Bray Road and that area and stuff. And we've just never come up with anything. So
we end up with UFOs and
yeah,
other strange things going on down there.
Oh, because in Italy, people don't believe in the dog man, but in the United States, there are many sightings. Sorry for my English. No problem. Yeah, I don't know so much about Italy and stuff with dogman reports. I know in the UK, the United Kingdom and stuff over there, you guys have a lot of dogman reports and stuff like that. I mean, that's where it was back in, the 1800s and stuff. You also had a lot of the werewolf trials, where people actually were put on trial, very similar to the witch trials. At the same time, you had people that were put on trial for being werewolves and accused of being werewolves and stuff. So, that in the UK and that's really big. But what cryptids you got over in Italy? Let me know. What about the Owl Man, Mothman, Glimmerman, Frogman, any even others like Tin Man, Bald Man, Fat Man, and Bearded Man? Well, that's me. I'm Bearded Man. And Fat Man, pretty much too.
Bald Man.
Bald Man. Hey, now that's why we wear the hat. They're not supposed to know that. Yeah, we went looking for Frogman. There's only been 2 sightings of that over in Loveland, Ohio. One recently, somebody was playing Pokemon Go, and this couple saw it underneath a bridge. That was the most recent sighting report of the Frogman in Loveland, Ohio. As far as the Owlman and Mothman, we did a 2-part episode. We went out to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and I didn't pull that picture up. There's a picture. I'll find that. But we went out to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and we did a whole bunch of stuff with that and the Chicago sightings. And that was really cool. Again, you can watch all that stuff on our YouTube channel, and it's really cool. We've done a lot of different stuff. Just me and Ma here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm scrolling through. I'm looking for the pictures from the Mothman stuff. There we go. This is one of my favorite pictures here. Oops, hang on.
Not mine.
No, why is it not yours? I love this picture. So this is
I'm reading the walls.
This is from
Point Pleasant,
West Virginia. This is one of the TNT domes where they stored those things. I just think it's a really cool picture with the flashlight and stuff, and she's off investigating one of those. So I really
we
love
just
that
went in
picture.
each one and we were looking for the Mothman pictures on the walls and drawings, and there's so much in some of them. Some of them are kind of creepy, some are full of garbage, but
yeah.
And it's very loud in there.
Oh yeah, very loud. Yeah. Let's see. We have more.
Scary. Oh, you're not doing that.
No, they can't see this.
Okay. Scary pictures.
I was looking for the. There it
I
is.
smell turkey.
There we go.
There he is.
Yeah, this was us in Point Pleasant, West Virginia at the Mothman. We went down there for the Mothman Festival, but didn't get to do the Mothman Festival because it was still the year that it was canceled. But that was us in Point Pleasant, and then at the Mothman Museum as well. So we got to go check that out. But she didn't do too much of the stuff in Chicago. That was me and Ethan and me and Derek went down there because she don't like Chicago. But all right, there's a lot more questions here. Ohio Grassman, we have done some stuff in Ohio. We went to the Ohio Bigfoot Convention.
We went out that night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I ended up chasing something we got on thermal.
Yeah. Oh, that was the horse trail.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So we were out hiking there.
Yeah, he just took off in the woods, left me stand there. I'm like, where are you?
Yep. We
weren't supposed to be out after dark. Oh, we're just gonna go walk in here, and then we ended up miles in there, and then he took off chasing something.
Yeah, I got something on thermal. We were out walking and heard something, and then saw it on thermal, and I took off towards it, and I lost it in this like little river area in there, and it never came out of there, and I couldn't find it down in there.
And I never came out of
there. Yeah, I never came out of there either. I'm not really here. So, all right. Yeah, there
I
we
don't
go.
know. What do you want to investigate paranormal? Say something, and then I'll think of something else. I don't know. I like when he gets calls and people say, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And we can go in and, and I can do the research and then go in and say, well, either this happened in your house or, you just need to change your thinking.
Yeah.
Because they're always like, it's a demon, and it's not really a demon. It's usually their family, and then trying to tell them something, what are you going through in your life? Wake up, pay attention to it. That's all they're trying to tell you, So
I don't think that
specific places.
I like to merge my interests. I like a lot more of the cryptozoology and stuff like that and the animals. And I really wanted to do the Lincoln Park Zoo is haunted. And Chicago Lincoln Park in general has a whole history of being haunted because of it was a cemetery that they moved, but they didn't get all the bodies out. So underneath Sheds Aquarium, underneath the Field Museum, Lincoln Park Zoo is all haunted, the whole area of Lincoln Park area. And the zoo down there is haunted. So I always wanted to do that. And then the Nashville Zoo has a plantation and a cemetery in the zoo. And I asked them if we could come do that, but they said they weren't interested in having that kind of reputation in that. But I wanted to investigate that. And then, of course, the Philadelphia Zoo is the first zoo in the United States, and TAPS, Ghost Hunters, actually got to investigate that. Oh, and then Zach Baggins got to investigate the Tiger Kings Zoo. So there you go. That's where I would go.
I don't know.
We have a lot of questions here. This is a good show. Look at this.
Sorry.
We got a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oops. Where'd that go? Not in Italy, but considered maybe the dog-headed people, the Cenophilia that were in the medieval. Yeah. I have a really cool presentation coming out this year on Dogman and the whole history, Christopher Columbus and the monks and the island of dog-headed people that bark. And it's a really cool presentation. It's supposed to be first at the Chicago Paranormal Convention. Asked me to write it and do it. So the first time it'll be presented will be there. And I'm not sure the date on that. I think it's either, you disappeared off camera again.
I'll be back.
Do you have an opinion on where all these cryptids come from and why they are so elusive? Cave systems or multi-dimensions?
Me?
Well,
Sure,
you're
sure.
the guest, so
I got no idea.
So to answer your question,
I don't know.
oh, okay.
You're the cryptozoologist.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
think a lot of the creatures that you're seeing, like Bigfoot and the sea monsters and stuff like that, are just natural animals that are relic populations. They're just still hung over.
Misidentified.
Yeah,
You think?
No, not nearly that.
Oh,
Some of it is
God.
misidentified, but I think it's just small population groups of these things that are still around till today, relic populations. And some of them could be misidentification, and some of the weirder stuff like Mothman and that could just be interdimensional alien stuff like that, because there's nothing that we know of on Earth that has existed that could be those. So question for Barnaby and your mom: which paranormal story that others swear is real but your research debunked or believed is pure rubbish? Oops. Nope.
I'm not good at these things.
Nope.
So
Nope. That's it. All right, we're done. I thought I had a wah wah wah. Pure rubbish.
there was.
Yeah, apparently I deleted it.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
Balding Light.
Oh, that, yeah. That's
Balding Light.
definitely-
Balding Light and Bruce crossing Upper
It
Michigan.
depends on where you're looking. If you're looking
This is
at
true.
that light that everybody says is something, that's not. I
Mhm.
mean, it's just car lights.
Took a massive
But
telescope up there.
If you look down the trail is creepy.
Yes.
So if you're seeing a light down that trail, then maybe.
Yeah.
Or down the railroad tracks. But if you're looking way off towards the highway, that's just cars. So, yeah, Paulding Light was not the Paulding Light.
Correct. I do think there's a lot going on there. We had a lady that was there with us that night that seemed like something paranormal was following. We have a whole episode on this as well. You can go to our YouTube channel and see that. Me, Ethan, and Kayla experienced something very weird following us in the woods near there. We went and hiked out towards the light, and
Toward the light.
Ethan did not feel comfortable, and Ethan is our big skeptic on the team, and when he is not comfortable with something, there's clearly something there, and he doesn't think it's something normal. I have not had Lon Strickler on. I know who he is. He does a lot with the Mothman and stuff like that. He was just on Doug Hychek's show, Untold Radio AM, a couple weeks ago, talking about I think he was talking about Bigfoot though, but he was just on, and Doug's another one on the Untold Radio Network. So if you're not familiar with the show, there's a whole bunch of stuff on our network, and go check it out. Do we think that Dogman is flesh and blood or supernatural?
Was that the lady that was just on your show that was talking about Dogman? Or did I listen to some other thing? Saying that they were so beautiful and
That
all
was
that.
Morgan
Yeah.
Knudsen. Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
okay.
last week.
I like that story. That was good. So I think they're real. I think they're flesh and blood. I don't think they're paranormal. Werewolves are something else, but I don't know.
Okay. I think that they might. I gotta base all my stuff on personal experiences and that's where I throw all my things. And I think that the Dogman phenomenon, there's more to it than just. I think they're flesh and blood. I don't think they're a paranormal entity at all. But I think that there might be more going on there. I hate to be that guy, but I would say there's something military going on there with like a hybridization program or something of that nature. Even though these things
still
go
flesh
back,
and blood.
That's what I said. Yeah, they're flesh and blood, but it's more or less where they came from. I don't think they're a natural animal that kind of evolved on its own. I think that there's something else going on there. Even though they go back, yeah, that's my whole presentation. Come see the presentation in Chicago. Or if not in Chicago, contact your local libraries and conventions and tell them to get me to come and talk, and then I'll come talk to you. But that's a whole hour-long thing about all the history of the Dogman and stuff like that. We have not, Ma doesn't do other podcasts. She barely comes on mine. But I don't think I've been on Brett Thomas's show. I've been on a lot of shows, other people's shows, but I have not been on that one. So there, I think we're silent. Did you answer that question about the yeah, did we get that one? Lesser known paranormal story?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to I mean, I watch ghost hunters, but they kind of all look the same, places and stuff. I don't really want to go to a place that's a tourist attraction, where everybody says, come to our house. We get that at conventions. There's always couples booths that have a haunted house and it's a bed and breakfast and come stay there. And I'd rather just stumble upon it,
I think,
or help people.
I think we had probably 5 to 10 people at CryptidCon this past weekend ask if we've done Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
Yeah, that's good.
And
it's there.
I mean, everybody's been there. It sounded cool. It does sound cool. Like it's some place that you didn't want to investigate.
But you're not proving anything. You're not finding anything new. I mean, they all know the stories and stuff, and they tell you who to look for, and they tell you this guy's going to do this and that lady's going to do that. And that's just see if you can make them do tricks. And I don't want to do that. I just want to, I want to solve the mysteries. So it'd have to be someplace that's, they don't know they have activity or whatever, and you just stumble upon it. And, like the antique store we went to, and then we, took the objects and find the history of the objects, and then the objects talk to you. I mean, the objects don't, but things. Just flashing through pictures here.
I was looking for some. There we go. This isn't out yet.
That's lovely.
Oh, I like that.
Bucky's.
Look at the face. Look at that. You gotta look at this. This
must be cold.
This is good. Look at her face as it changes here. Oops, hang on. That's what I was laughing at there. We take a lot of pictures on the road and stuff of where we've been in that, and that was one of them. So, but yeah, this is a very good picture here. This is our booth, and the
Chad keeps coming over and trying to knock down all my animals on the shelf there. He's like, "What? Touch everything?" Yes, Chad, touch everything.
Yeah. So. All right, here we go. Question here. Do both of you believe that there's a difference between werewolf and wolfman, or is it just the same? Some claim there is full-time werewolves than people who change into a werewolf.
I believe there's a difference between a dog man that lives in the wild and then a werewolf that is a human and changes to a werewolf. I don't know necessarily full moons or whatever. I think there's just something that makes them change. I don't know why.
Well, I think it's, the difference is a dog man is a dog animal creature thing. And then you have a lot of these lore and folklore and stuff like that of people like skinwalkers or medicine men or shamans that can transform into different animals. So we do have that legends and stuff there, but that's completely different because aside from the skinwalkers, all of the other native tribes and stuff that have that folklore, it's all for good. Like you can transform into an eagle, you can transform into a bear, a deer, a moose, any of these things if you have the pelts. And this is all over the world in different tribes and religions and stuff like that, or cultures, not religions, but no, religions too. You know, the Inuits have the I had it a second ago when I thought of this, now it's gone. Selkies. And they don't have the Selkies. Selkies are the Alaskans and stuff have their own thing. I can't think what it is now. I'm sorry. I thought it was Selkie, but Selkie is more of the Fae and UK and stuff like that. But have anything to add? Oh, good.
I think I'd like to go to, now we're going back. I think I'd like to go to like Ireland or Scotland, but I really don't want to leave the country, but I don't want to fly or anything, but you know, I just think there's a lot of more Fae, more Fae stuff in Ireland and that. So I think I'd like to investigate that kind of stuff more.
That's one of my favorite
But you know,
episodes.
you don't have a lot of people seeing Fae and saying, hey, can you come and look?
Yeah.
There's Fae in my house.
That is one of my favorite episodes of Destination Truth with Josh Gates. One of the things that got me interested in all this stuff to begin with was the Ireland episode where they're looking for the fairies. Because a lot of these things, you know, I mean, we've all watched television. It's sensationalized and crappy and not worth your time. Like, and I heard a noise. I found a footprint. Oh, we saw this thermal. Oh, I don't know what it is. But the Fae episode had, to me, some of the most convincing, weird stuff happen that legitimately, like, here's some evidence that something was there, and it was really cool.
What's that guy, Chris
Fleming?
Yeah, I like him and his gnome stories and stuff. It was cool.
All right. Question here. Is there a paranormal that you refuse to discuss, investigate because of bad energy that comes with it? Well, if we refuse to discuss it, we wouldn't be answering this question. So,
don't mention his name.
Yes. Well, there's Zozo. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but Zozo the demon is the Ouija board demon.
Beetlejuice.
That's not real. That's a TV show. That's a movie.
Yeah, I know.
I don't believe in Beetlejuice.
But you're not supposed to say his name. Or Wendigo. Yeah,
Wendigo.
You're not supposed to say that either.
Yeah. Skinwalkers.
Yeah.
A lot of your cultures.
See, I don't think they're the same thing.
I don't think those are the same thing.
Yeah, and some people think they are. I don't think they are.
I think the Wendigo and the Rake or the Pale Crawlers are the same thing. The emaciated humans after flesh, the very pale skin, missing lips, the Wendigo pale creatures and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know.
Not that we don't discuss. If we don't know it or something, we'll go look it up and, you know, find out whatever we can. Read a bunch of books.
Well, we are over our hour long here. I think we're gonna answer this question in a way of talking about one of our other weird stories, like our most that we don't talk about or stuff. And we actually have some audio and stuff with this. So this would be the Kenosha episode. And it was early on in our investigating and stuff. And we got called to do an investigation at a house in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And for those of you that watched the Halloween episode, I did talk about this on that one as well. So I apologize, but we have Ma here and she was there as well. So we can talk a little bit about more of the stuff. So we got called in to do this investigation because this family was experiencing all this stuff in their house and basically thought they were going insane. And they were moving out. They were packing up all their stuff. They were going to put it into storage and move into this hotel and find a new house and move out. And they wanted us to come in and do an investigation and see if we get any evidence because just to document that they weren't going crazy, that there actually was something there.
Yeah.
So you actually,
there was something there.
Yeah, you actually went through a lot of the audio, and this is the stuff that you captured in that. We're gonna play your the beep beep because that was one of the only things I think you found real time.
Yeah, I actually heard it. Yeah.
Do you want to cue up to it, or do you want to watch it and talk about it?
I was just in the basement with Luke, and he walked into the the extra room over there. And as I walked past the dryer, then I just heard it. And I'm like, did you hear that? And no. But it was like right there. Somebody just standing right next to me. So
yeah, it's clear as day.
Beep, beep.
There's little subtitles on the screen so you can kind of know where it's coming, but it's just like somebody says beep beep.
And I thought it was kind of dumb because what ghost comes up to you and goes beep beep? It was like they wanted to get past me because I was standing almost in the doorway. And maybe Luke chased it out of the other room and it was trying to get past me coming out. Yeah. But
all right, here we go.
It was weird. What house was that? That was
Ian Sicker's
what was
house.
that?
Was what?
Beep beep.
I didn't hear it. You serious?
Yes.
Can you do it again?
You trying to tell me? You trying to be funny? Did you just say beep beep? I don't think the REM pod does that.
Yeah. It was just beep beep.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was stupid. I thought it's not what I expected down there because we were having all kinds of stuff going on down there and talking back. And
You had some weird stuff up in the upstairs closet as well.
yeah, that was making me sick. Up in the closet, it was like, was that the master? Yeah, he wanted to be called master, and supposedly in this house there was this one area, and it went from first floor, second floor, basement, with the whole like a tunnel.
Oh yeah,
or not a tunnel, but a
the
tower.
vortex.
Yeah, right there, and that's where it came through their bedroom where the son slept, and then up to the second floor, which ended up being in this closet. And that was. Every time I went in the corner of this closet, it just kept saying, come in here. And I'm like, well, where do you want me to go to talk to you? And it wanted me in that closet. But then it just made me sick when I was up there. It said nasty things.
Yeah, you got to go through. We left an audio recorder playing upstairs, or recording upstairs, not playing. And we actually captured a full conversation. So we'll take a listen to that again. Yeah, you can if you watch our shows or know anything about us, we all have cameras on ourselves. So if anybody's talking or anything, we have clear copies of what's being said everywhere in the building. Mm-hmm. And no one was talking at this time. None of this stuff. It was just up in that room. So you found that.
Yep.
That's weird. Mm-hmm. But that was probably our most intense case, the Kenosha house. It's called Documenting Fear on our YouTube channel. You can go watch it. It's Wisconsin Caps spelled out, Wisconsin, and then CAPS on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to that, and you can see all of our episodes and stuff that we've done. There's more people than just us on the team, but it's Thanksgiving, so we're the ones that are here. We got one last question here, and we'll if you got one more, we'll take that after that, but then we're going to wrap up here and go enjoy our Thanksgiving and stuff. So Italy here wants to know what our favorite cryptid is.
I know yours.
Do you?
Well, I don't know.
Mine is the chupacabra. Yeah. It wavers. There's a couple of them. There's that the one down in Illinois that looks like a giant anteater. I like him.
Yeah.
The Tuttle Bottomless Monster. He's cool, but I don't know if he's real. But
I like Bigfoot.
Yeah. Lame.
I know.
If you guys want more cryptid stuff, make sure
I've seen him. I know he's real.
Make sure you tune into my other show. I do every Mondays. We do cryptids and stuff like that. It's Monsters on the Edge, right where you're watching this. Come back and check that out as well. And there you go. Packers are on TV today.
Tonight, yeah.
If you don't like football. Yeah, I don't like football.
Yeah. My coworkers are going to the game.
Yeah.
They won't be at work on Monday. Oh, that's a long time from now, but still.
Absolutely. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing your Thanksgiving with us. If you're not in the US, like some of our listeners aren't, then enjoy your Thursday or, but otherwise for everyone that's in and everyone in Thanksgiving, anybody in the US here that is enjoying Thanksgiving, thank you so much for tuning in live today. We really appreciate it. And coming up next week, who's on my show next week? Let's tell you. You guys can come and watch. Nope. Dr. Reverend Tracy Cox is going to be on the show next week. So she is joining us here on the Paranormal Spectrum, or myself. Ma won't be here. I will be here. And yeah, you'll be at work. And then awesome. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, remember, we are all part of the Paranormal Spectrum. Take care. Have a great week and be safe. And we'll see you next time.